Our fans, they're going to make some questions for you.
Okay.
Antonio, Gabriel, Rafael, and Luma. They're all over Brazil.
Awesome. Exciting.
But I'm going to ask you first, okay? What is the meaning of this movie for you? What's the importance for you?
The importance and meaning of this movie for me, I think, is family and life and love and kind of the idea that, this movie is a lot more than just a relationship between two young people. I think it's more about the relationship that the family has to each other and how kind of palpable that is and how much it means to her, and how much the family means to her in particular.
And how much the family means to you?
My family is my whole world. I mean, for me, my family kind of is everything I care about, and kind of without them, I don't really know who I or what I'd be doing. So they kind of keep me grounded. They kind of keep me sane and real.
Your brother is your coach.
Mhm.
He
Yeah,
goes
my
with you
brother.
all.
Yeah. My brother is like my acting coach, my manager, my like dad, pretty much. He's like everything for me. I really rely on him for a lot of stuff.
I'm going to start with Antonio.
Okay.
Antonio in Curitiba, the south of Brazil. Antonio,
Hi, how are you, Chloe?
Very well. How are you, Antonio?
I'm very good, thank you.
Awesome.
Now,
What's
and
your
you
question?
can ask, you can ask.
my first question for you is, can you tell us one thing that you and Mia have in common?
A thing that Mia and I have in common is probably how she found her passion for the cello when she was 8 years old, and I found my passion for acting when I was 5 years old. So I can really relate to her personally.
Okay, thank you. And it's true that you were 7 months training the cello to learn.
Yeah. I trained for about 7 months with the cello and kind of, fell in love with it. And really, in those 7 months, I couldn't learn much of the technicality, but what I could really learn was the emotionality and the passion that comes with it, and
Mhm.
how kind of personal it is and intimate of an instrument it is.
Okay, thank you. Now we are going to do with Gabriel.
Okay. Uh-oh. I can't hear you, Maria. I lost you again.
1, 2, 3, testing, testing.
Hey, I hear you.
Yeah. Let's go with Rafael. He's in Rio de Janeiro. Have you heard something about Rio?
Oh yeah, one of my friends actually was just in Rio for the World Cup.
Okay.
Which
Hi,
is
Rafael,
fun.
Chloe. Hi,
Hello.
Chloe. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Chloe, what scene did you most enjoy filming in If I Stay?
What scene did I most enjoy filming? Probably the scene which is the best day of my life scene, which is cliche, but surprisingly, it actually was one of the best day on set, one of the best days. I mean, it was really fun. We just all got to hang out, and we did the cover of the Smashing Pumpkins song, and we all just had such a good day together, and it was just kind of awesome camaraderie for the the different actors on set. And there weren't, I think that was one of the only times when we had the entire kind of group of everyone on set, so we had a really good time.
let's go with Luma, Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais.
Hi, Chloe. How are you?
Good. How are you, Luma?
I'm fine. Do you have a phrase or a thing in a stay that inspires you?
A phrase, and if I say like a quote from the movie that inspires me, probably um, sometimes in life choices, I think it's something like sometimes you make choices in life and sometimes choices make you. And I think that it's very true because I think the best choices in life are kind of predestined in a way, in the sense that everything that I've tried to like really fight for, like really kind of pull and make happen, they haven't been the best choices. But when choices kind of come to you and you meet halfway and you kind of, I don't know, you kind of I don't know, it kind of makes the decision for you. It's more honest and more real, and it's meant to be, I think.
Thank you. What is the meaning of life for you?
Mm,
What
it's
is
a big
important
question.
for you?
Um, Family, again, probably the same as my first kind of answer, in a sense that I think the meaning of life for me is family and love, and finding a passion in something that you are, something that you are passionate about, something that you can't kind of live without, in a sense. And I think for me that's my family and my passion for acting.
You are in this business for a long time.
Yeah.
And what is good and what is bad to be in this movie business?
What is good and what is bad? Probably, I don't know. I think there's a lot of pros and cons. I think the pros of it are the sense that I, I've been in love with this since I was 5 or 6 years old. So for me, I have had the pro of knowing my career for a really, really long time. And that's a huge deal. You know what I mean? That's something not many people have in their life. So I think that's something that is great for me. And then I think, obviously, con of it is a sense that maybe I could have missed out on a couple things along the way, some kind of normal childhood things. But I think, it's all I've really known since I was 5 years old. So I think my pros definitely outweigh the cons.
And what do you do as a normal teenager?
I go to concerts. I like to hang out with my friends. Pretty normal stuff. I go to dinner with my
Mm.
friends, just kind of typical things.
Do you enjoy music?
I love music. Music's a huge part of my life.
What are your preferred bands?
Some of my favorite bands, probably. Oh, I actually just went to a Justin Timberlake concert the other day, which was really
Mm.
fun. And he's such a good performer, so that was a lot of fun. And there's this DJ named Flume who I really love.
Mm.
He's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of eclectic with my taste in music. I listen to pretty much anything and everything.
Okay, Antonio, it's your time.
Well, if there were a sequel for If I Stay, would you return to play Mia?
I mean, I'd have to see how important the sequel is. I'd have to see what it really tells that our story hasn't told. Because I think the point of a sequel is expounding on something that that was kind of left out and that we want to see. And I think this movie speaks so much about our life, so it would have to be something very palpable and something really specific.
Gabriel?
Can you hear me now?
Ah, yes.
Oh, finally. So, hi, Chloe. And there's an intimate scene between you and Jamie Baker in the movie. How did you feel playing that scene, portraying that particular scene?
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of, weird and silly, and we kind of just had to joke around and be funny about it and not be too serious because it's just kind of always awkward.
Okay. Rafael from Rio de Janeiro.
Chloe, tell us something that even your biggest fan doesn't know about you.
That's hard. Oh God. Something my biggest fan doesn't even know about me. Um, I'm not that interesting of a person. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any weird stuff. So like, I don't really know. I really like rice cakes. I don't know if that's cool or not, but I like rice cakes a lot. Oh, pound jacasia, right? Pound jacasia, is that how you say it?
Pão de
Pound,
queijo.
pound jacasia.
Okay.
Yeah, those are like some of my favorite things to have. So maybe that's something you guys don't know about me. I don't know. I like food. That's something a lot of people know about me.
If you like so much food, but you are so thin, how do you keep your body like this?
I pretty much my reasoning in my life is the only reason I work out is so I can eat more. So like I pretty much go to work out just so I can have more pound jacasia. So
Oh, okay.
that's how my life
Every woman has to work out. Luma,
goes.
she's from the place that pão de queijo started.
Mm, that's cool. I really want to go to Brazil. I've heard it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
must come. Luma, it's your time.
If you had the chance to meet your idol, what would you ask?
What would I ask if I could meet my idol? Well, it would probably be, I mean, I think if I had to say idol, because idol's a big word, you know what I mean? It kind of encompasses a lot. Idol-wise, I would probably have to say it'd probably be Hillary Clinton. And I've met her, but I didn't have time to actually talk to her. But if I had time to talk to her, I would probably ask her how, just kind of how she was so strong through everyone telling her like she couldn't succeed at it, or that she couldn't be, she couldn't be more than just a first lady, and that she couldn't get over everything that happened. And I think I would just want to hear her story and kind of hear how it was to come up in a time where women's rights were still kind of building and kind of feminism was still early in the works. So yeah, I would just really kind of want to talk to her and get something honest out of that.
She has your vote.
Yes, she has my vote, definitely.
Okay, what actress is a model for you as inspiration?
Probably Julianne Moore and Juliette Binoche. Those are probably my two kind of inspirations and role models in my business.
Is there anything that you don't like on you?
Like on me?
Yes.
Like about myself?
Yes.
What do I not like? I don't know. I kind of, surprisingly, I'm really happy with a lot of myself in a sense. I found out a lot about myself and kind of who I am, and I don't know. I mean, there's not really something that I don't really like about myself, because I really believe in loving yourself first and foremost. So, I think all my imperfections and stuff that I do have, I actually enjoy, because I think they make me more of who I am.
More interesting.
Yeah, it's real.
How do your parents feel about your success?
My mom is super, super supportive. My mom is kind of always been there for me, and she's really given up a lot in her life to help my career succeed, and so she's really supportive and happy with where I am.
About the film, what is different between the book and the film?
Not much. I mean, I think the only thing that might be a little bit different are some of, obviously, the explanations of things. We kind of had to take them less out of Mia's kind of direct point of view and made it more her, less of her conscious, in the sense that we did less voiceover. Because in the book, if we did a super direct translation, it would have been a lot of voiceover. So we kind of had to make it a bit smarter, in the sense that we had to allow the audience to understand it themselves, and kind of comprehend things on their own a little bit. So we had to not dumb down the audiences and kind of leave it more open to thought. So yeah, that's probably a difference.
How do you memorize your words?
My lines and stuff?
Yeah, your lines.
I don't really know how I memorize them. I've done it since I was like 5, so I think I have really honed that part of my brain a lot. Like, I've used it so much that I have gotten just better at memorizing things, and it's really not hard for me to memorize anything now. But when I don't need to memorize something, I forget it very quickly, because I have so much stored in my brain. So,
Antonio, you have another question?
Yes. How were you approached for this role? You have to audition.
I didn't have to audition, but I actually was on the project kind of a little bit before and kind of at the same time as R.J. Cutler, the director. And I actually was going to work with R.J. on a movie before this, and I kind of mentioned to the makers of this film, and the studios of it, and I was like, I think R.J. would be a really good fit for this. And then R.J. signed on to the film, and then I had always been in talks with them for a while. And then so RJ and I had like a formal meeting, and as we were with the other project we were going to do together, we had all the same notes on Mia, and we worked really well together. And so we just kind of clicked, and we both kind of simultaneously stayed on the project and kind of decided to officially become the director and Mia.
Gabriel?
So, was there a scene that made you happier or very sad in the movie? Because there's a lot of scenes emotional in there.
I mean, I think, I think one of the happiest scenes in the movie is the best day of my life scene, but I think everything's kind of slightly bittersweet in both sides of it. I mean, it's sad because they're gone, but it's also happy because you see this beautiful life that she did have, and you understand how much it is to give up, and to kind of walk away from, and what she is losing in her life. So, I mean, I think it's all bittersweet, but I think one of the saddest scenes is, I can't really say it because there's a huge twist, but you've all seen it, but I'm not going to say it because in case the people watching haven't seen it. There's a big twist in which I lose someone I really, really love, and it is devastating. And I think that was one of the saddest scenes and is one of the hardest scenes for me to shoot and to watch.
Rafael, Rio de Janeiro.
Chloe, was there anything funny that happened at the moment that you can share?
I think we were always just kind of joking around and being silly with each other. I mean, we were always just playing pranks on each other. We had like one day where we had a snowball fight right before we walked on set, and we walked on the set covered in snow. So the hair and makeup team was not too happy with us, but that was a really fun day.
Luba,
Chloe, how did you feel when the Happy Birthday comrades from Brazil hashtag was trending on Twitter? Did you see it?
Yeah, I think it was awesome. I think it's so cool that that was trending, and I think the fans have been incredibly supportive, and I think it's so awesome to see so many people excited about the movie and Mia and me being Mia, and I couldn't ask for a more supportive group of people. It's been really great. So thank
do
you
you,
if you hashtagged it.
do you live in LA?
Yeah, I've lived in LA for about 13 years.
13, but you are not born in LA.
No, I was born in Georgia.
Okay, and you had to move because you became an actress. Became an
It
actress.
was kind of half and half. We pretty much moved for the family. The family was moving in general, but it happened to really work out that, it was also kind of the heart of acting. So either way, even if I didn't want to move to LA, we were going to move there in general as a family.
And how did you find out that you wanted to be an actress? Because
I
five
was
years old, you're too much child.
Yeah, well, most kids are kind of just on play dates at 5 years old, but for me, I think I kind of fell in love with it without even knowing. My brother used to run his monologues at the house, just for himself, for he was at a professional performing arts high school. So I would listen to him do his monologues, and then auditorially, I just started memorizing them and picking them up, and then I started spouting them out to anyone that would listen to me, my friends, my family, my teachers, and then I kind of begged my mom to let me do whatever that meant, whatever it meant to do these monologues and feel these emotions and kind of comprehend much more than a 5-year-old can comprehend. And she was really kind of wary about it. And then she just allowed me to. Eventually, she just said, sure. And my brother said, instead of letting someone else get to her, why don't I just show her what I know? That way it's safe and easy.
Mm,
That's what happened.
understand. Yeah. And how do you manage to study and to work?
How do I manage like my education and
Yes.
work? Well, I've been homeschooled since I was about 9 years old, so I do school at my house with my teacher. I have a tutor that I've worked with since I was about 6 years old or 7 years old. So yeah, I mean, it's all I've really known is that just kind of doing school and doing work simultaneously, and it's been pretty simple because it's all I really know. But I think for teenagers that have to go to homeschool after being in school for a while, it's a big culture shock for them. So I don't know. It's been my life.
Antonio. Antonio?
Hi, I'm here.
Uh,
I have another question for you. Trevor, your brother, seems like the best big bro, right? Yeah.
mhm.
Does he takes care of you almost like a parent?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's almost more of a statement because I understand all of that. I mean, I think that he's Yeah, he's pretty much my dad. He kind of takes care of me. I actually found this photo of us the other day. It was last night. My other brother found the photo, and it was all of us sleeping in a bed, like literally all my brothers and me. And Trevor and I were like cuddling, and he was kind of like taking care of me. And I think that ever since I was like born, pretty much, he's always kind of had this super paternal kind of aspect of looking over me. And forever, he's kind of been my dad. Yeah.
Gabriel,
Hi. So speaking of the movie again, the book has a lot of fans all over the world. So did you feel any pressure in portraying Mia?
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's always definitely a pressure to portray the character the right way when you already have a fan base that's kind of predetermined. You know what I mean? They've already seen the book, they've read the book, they know the characters, they know what it should be like, they know how it should be. And so, yeah, there's obviously, a modicum of kind of pressure, but I felt really kind of collaborative with the author and the director of the movie and myself, and we all kind of collaborated, so there wasn't anything scary because I knew we were keeping it very close to the original book.
Rafael.
Chloe, you really learned play cello.
Did I really learn how to play cello? I trained for about 7 months with the cello, so I tried to learn as much as I could. But it's such an intricate instrument, so it's kind of impossible to learn it that quickly. So a little bit was Frankenstein, my head on another girl's body. So.
Chloe, I want to thank you for this interview, for your time. I want
Thank you,
to
guys.
thank Antonio, Gabriel, Rafael, and Luma. I think they are very happy that they talked to you.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy I talked to you guys too. Thank you so much.
And we are transmitting for Cine Life, the show, and it's a mix of movie magazine and lifestyle magazine and show. And thank you very much. And what do you want to say to Brazilian fans?
Hello. Enjoy the pound de queijos for me, because I am jealous and I want them. And enjoy the movie.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.